You're watching Moments with Jill Walker. Today, I'm talking about singing. And there's a little chorus I learned many years ago found in Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17. It goes like this. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty, is mighty. He will rest, he'll rejoice over thee with joy, with joy. He will rest in his love, he will joy over me with singing. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty, is mighty, is mighty. The verse in Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 17 goes like this. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over me or over you with singing. There's lots of verses in the Bible about singing, but that's the only one I know of that tells us that God sings over us. Well, after all, he did invent music, didn't he? Won't you be thrilled someday when God opens his mouth and his voice bellows out with singing over us? That just puts me in awe thinking about it. Well, it says in Psalms chapter 104, verse 33, I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. Well, some of you may be feeling a little disappointed, wanting to hang your head a little because you think, I can't sing. Well, you can sing alone to God. You may not have a public singing voice or a choir voice or a solo voice, but you can sing in the shower or sing in another room in your house because God sees your heart. That's why that verse in Psalm says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. So just do it. He's the one that you're singing to anyway. It says in Psalms chapter 100, verse 2, come before his presence with singing. The first part says, enter into his gates with thanksgiving and come before his presence with singing. Ephesians 5 verse 19 says, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns. Did you know that was in the Bible? Hymns is in the Bible. So it's okay to sing hymns. They're not outdated. Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs and singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. The most important thing is that you are making music in your heart to the Lord. It's a form of praise and worship. It really is. There's one more verse I want to bring you to in the Old Testament. It's found in 2 Chronicles chapter 20. Actually, there's two verses there, verses 21 and 22. This is the story of Jehoshaphat when he was forming the people in his army to fight in a battle against the Moabites and the Ammonites. Try to say that real fast, will you? But do you know what those verses tell us in 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verses 21 and 22? That the Lord wanted Jehoshaphat to put the singers out in front of the army. So Jehoshaphat obeyed God, and that's exactly what he did. See how important music is? And guess what? They won the battle too. Praise the Lord. I thought you'd find that interesting. There's so many more verses in the Bible about music, but I'll save it for another time. But I thought you would enjoy today's devotional. So remember to make that joyful noise unto the Lord. You've been watching Moments with Jill Walker. God bless you today.